So, Kim, you're here today after your surgery. How many months ago?
February 26th.
Okay, so about 4 months ago, right?
4 months ago, yes.
And you had a very complex procedure done. I'm going to just tell briefly, and correct me if I am not recalling everything, but you had multiple surgeries by different surgeons on your big toe.
I did.
And when you came to me, your toe was pointing in the wrong direction. You couldn't wear any shoes because it was so deformed.
Yes.
It was in what's called Hallux Varus.
Yes.
And another surgeon up north tried to fuse it.
Yes.
And you basically had a full-blown non-union of your big toe joint.
Yes.
Which means not only that we didn't like the looks, but you were in pain.
Absolutely.
And from the scientific standpoint, you have actually a hypertrophic non-union, and remember we confirmed it with a CAT scan.
Yes.
And you also had multiple broken screws and broken hardware in there.
Right.
So how much pain were you in when you came in?
The pain came and went. There was a period before I started the job I have now that I was not on my feet all the time. And then I started in retail, which really put the pressure on my feet, walking on tile all day.
And it's like 8 to 12 hours, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So retail.
Oh, absolutely. So I would try to get through my job, and then I'd be in severe pain when I got home. And the time I had off, I had to have my foot up to go back to work.
Right. So you had the surgery, and remember, our biggest thing is that you couldn't put any weight on it for about 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. And now you're 3 months out, and you're walking, you're back to work.
Yes.
And you're still not 100% better.
Right.
But how much better are you, percentage-wise, you think?
I would say the stability in my foot is probably like 80% better. I have to take into account that I was off of my foot for 3 months.
Exactly.
So actually getting it back into the physical routine.
Exactly, of
yes.
course.
But actually my foot feels very solid.
Good.
A very solid, solid stop.
Right, and the good thing is, you know, we actually put a bone graft in there, and I put plates and screws, and you have a lot of hardware in your foot. And so, of course, it takes a while because, for one, is the body has to accept the bone graft because obviously it's not your own bone. It's and you know, the screws and the plates. And how many surgeries you had before you saw me? I didn't realize.
I had 4.
4.
Yours was the 5th.
The 5th one.
Yes.
Right. So I didn't realize it was that many until I actually went in there and I saw how much scar tissue you had and how many broken screws you had in there.
Yes.
It was shocking.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it took me longer to get your broken screws out than actually to do the whole surgery.
Right.
So.
I didn't understand when people told me that they thought I had a screw loose, that I really did, but it was in my foot.
And there was actually 3.
No, but I feel confident going forward that the rest of my life, my foot is going to be solid.
Exactly.
Instead of continuing to fall apart.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, I think it's so important because you can start exercising and walking, and you're not hurting, and we know this is it.
Yes.
It is done.
This is solid.
It's
absolutely.
Fixed. Right.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your testimony, your story with us. So
thank you, Dr. Wellens.
So hopefully people who have it and they're like,
absolutely.
Oh, I mean, I can imagine how much fear you have to go through, having to go through 4 surgeries.
Absolutely.
And being in pain.
Yes.
I would have a hard time consenting to the 5th one. I can tell you that.
Yes. Just follow your orders. I mean, it was so important to follow your orders.
Of course. I have people who don't, and they pay for it dearly.
Yeah. No, it was great.
So, well, thank you so much.